Right, hello lads. I think we're going to do a bit of a tier ranking for all of the liveries for the 2024 season. Obviously, they've all been released now. Testing comes underway in less than a week now, next Thursday, so about 5 days or so, which is really exciting. 4 days, actually, at the time of recording this. So I've got all the liveries here. This year, it's a bit of a mix. Definitely a lot of different ones, along the likes of McLaren, Alpine, Mercedes, Kick, and Toro Rosso. I'm going to call them not V-Carb, Toro Rosso. So I think there's a lot of different liveries. Not a load of them look exactly the same. A couple of them do, obviously, but a lot of them have been interpreted in a different way, let's say. So obviously we've got the rankings: S tier, W, mid. This is cringe, or they should be banned. I think S tier, pretty self-explanatory. I'm just going to put one livery that I think is the best livery on the grid at the moment. W is ones that I think look great. They've done a really good job with it. Mid is, they could have done better, but it's not bad. This is cringe. It's not that great at all. They could do a lot better. And I think they should be banned. Is going to be just one. The one that is the worst. So to begin with, we've got Red Bull. I think they haven't changed it at all. I think they should go back to the purple. Obviously, the car itself should be super, super quick. But as a livery, they've done it cleanly, but they can do a lot better. I think if they bring the purple, or sort of like the chromey purple back, 10 out of 10 livery probably would be S tier. But I'm going to put it as mid, because obviously they've kept it the same. It's not a bad looking livery, but it could be a lot better. Next, we've got Ferrari. Now, if you saw one of my previous videos, you know I am a big fan of the Ferrari livery. I really like how they've interpreted last year's livery with a few of their special liveries with the sort of the yellow, the white, the red and the black. Obviously, there's not as much black as they have had before. Obviously, weight saving, carbon, all of that can come into play, but I think they've done a good job at limiting it a little bit and not making it so much compared to the likes of McLaren, Haas and Alpine. So I think with this one, based on the wheel covers, the red on the wheel covers and the yellow, the white, all mixed in together, I think I'm going to put it in W. I do like it. Next, we've got Aston Martin. Now, not too much of a different. I think they've gone for a slightly different change in British Racing Green. It's a bit brighter, I would say. So I think I would put Aston Martin in mid as well. I think they need to have done a bigger change to make it even better. But it is a solid livery. I do like the British Racing Green that they've got. Sort of nice to have different colours on the grid and not all the same colour, because obviously when they were Racing Point, they were pink, which also stood out, but I think they haven't done too bad with also having a standout car with the green as well. Obviously it's Aston Martin, that's their sort of historic colour, so I think it's not too bad going there. Next, Haas. Now, Haas have always really gone out with boring liveries. I've never really liked the Haas livery. You had the Rich Energy livery, which I think looked pretty good, but at the moment it's not hitting. It's quite dark. Hints of white, but I would have preferred it, I think, from a personal standpoint, if it was all white and none black on like the white bits, if that makes sense. But it's not terrible at all. But I think I'm going to put it in. This is cringe to me. Next, McLaren. Now, I love McLaren. As you probably can tell, I am a very, very big McLaren fan. Now, with the livery, I don't think it looks amazing. I do miss the blue McLaren. I do really miss the blue McLaren. But what they've got at the minute with the chrome number, the orange and the black, I mean, I can't fault it. I don't think it's amazing. But they've done a decent job. I think I like the chrome wheel covers, and I do like the chrome number, but I think they should either do more chrome or also just bring back the blue, like the 2021 livery, the 2020 livery, the 2022 livery was a bit meh, but the 2020 and the 2021 livery are like iconic McLaren liveries to me. So I think I'd put them in mid as well. Room for improvement, but it's not terrible. If they went like chrome like they did in Silverstone, I think it would definitely be in W. Next is Mercedes. Now, I really, really do like the Mercedes livery. I like what they've done with the silver, because obviously silver arrows, they've gone back to sort of what they're known as, but with the mix of the black that everyone's been liking over the recent seasons. So I think they've done a really, really, really solid job with this, and honestly, I can't fault it. I think maybe if they sort of made the black a bit more of a metallic black, like you saw back in 2021, where that was a gorgeous livery with the stars on the sides being a bit more obvious and a bit more sort of out there. You could really tell. I liked that car a lot, but this is a sort of, the black's a different shade, and I'm not as fan of the black this shade compared to what it was in 2021. So I'm going to move them to W, I think, behind Ferrari. I think I'd move McLaren to the top of mid, as we stand at the minute. Next is Kick. Now, this isn't an awful livery. I think they could do different with the front wing. I don't like how it's the green down the sides. I would have preferred the green all of the front wing, similar to Aston Martin. Maybe have black outlines on the sides, but the way they've done the green, I'm not the biggest fan. It could be worse. It definitely could be worse, but it could be better. I think the green, I think they should have gone more fully green. Obviously not enough to copy Aston Martin, but I do like some of the green accents compared to the black. It's just it is nice, but there's not a lot to say about it. I'm sort of in the middle with it, so I think I'm going to move them. I think I'll put them to the top of This Is Cringe, because it's not, I don't hate the livery at all, but I think it could be a lot better. It could be improved in many different ways. Right, next we've got Toro Rosso or V-Carb. These are Cash App Racing Balls, whatever you want to call them. Now, I absolutely love this livery. The Toro Rosso livery was just so beautiful that I'm so glad they've put something into it to make it very similar without actually saying it's Toro Rosso. Obviously, you've got the silver bull on the side with the Toro Rosso blue pretty much. Obviously, the white, I think, could have been adjusted a bit more, but that's a really picky thing to say. So overall, I think it's S tier for me. I think this is my favourite livery on the grid at this moment. Next, we've got Williams. Now, I made a joke a few videos ago, because obviously I'm a forklift engineer at the minute. That's what I'm currently working in. I said, because they've got a new sponsor, Komatsu, they do make some forklifts. I thought, it's like a forklift. But no, I do like the livery. I think a lot of exposed carbon on this car as well, but it's not done so badly that you hate the car. I think this is a very nice livery. The blue works really well, and I love how they've carried on with the Duracell battery on the intake. But overall, I'd say it's a decent livery. I'd probably put it above Red Bull in mid, I would say. There's a lot of mid liveries. They could be worse, could be better. And now finally we've got Alpine. I didn't save it to last intentionally, but I think you could probably all tell where this is going. I'm not a fan of this livery. With all the teasing of the camo pink for the first few races and stuff like they usually do, they've really disappointed compared to like the Alpine 2021 livery. Beautiful. I love the 2021 Alpine, but this, they've just gone incredibly downhill. There's barely any blue on either car, and it's more pink, obviously with BWT, but it's not amazing. They've definitely gone down the weight saving route, more carbon, and it's just, I'm not a big fan. Overall, they should be banned. I'm not a fan. Obviously, if they'd done something like what they did with the teasers that they showed, they were showing like a pink camo. I thought, wow, this is going to be mental. This could be really, really cool. Because obviously they've done fully pink liveries in the past, but they've not done it with the camo. I thought, oh, the camo could be sick. But obviously they've gone down this route, and overall, I'm not a fan whatsoever. So, I mean, that's all of the liveries. Let me know what you think. I mean, I think they might be a bit controversial, some of them, especially the McLaren, the Williams, and the Kick. Is it Kick or Steak? It's Steak, isn't it? I've been calling it Kick. Ignore me, but let me know your opinions, honestly. If what I could change, what do you think?